Vamos ver de novo aqui se agora vai certo. Bot, vamos trabalhar direito. Bot, você tá decepcionante hoje. Please. E temos aí imagens do
Alright, so apparently we
de
are
Darkwing
live.
Duck.
Oh, hello everybody, I'm back. If you were here earlier today, you already seen me or heard me during commentary. But yeah, I'm Moelleuh. I'll be kicking off this Disney block.
É o Moelleuh, no
apparently.
caso.
And this is also the final Game Boy game of the marathon. There's some GBA coming up, but no more.
No caso é uma versão
But yeah, you were probably all expecting the NES version, but no, I'm actually gonna play the superior version. And I'm not saying that because I'm biased towards Game Boy. I actually really like this version better than the NES one. And I think the NES
Darkwing Duck, que aliás nosso amigo aí que comentou aí ontem algumas vezes o Beer Type, ele chegou a correr a versão de NES.
Because I am extremely nervous for this run. I'm super nervous, so during the run I'm not gonna be.
É um jogo da Capcom.
Maybe some notes in between stages during the downtime, but when I'm actually playing the levels, I'm just gonna try and not say anything. If you suddenly see my face doing something very odd, I probably did something wrong or whatever. That's probably how it's gonna
to point it out.
Yeah, for sure. Like before I start a run, a quick thing to note: I will reset the game before I start because the current world record holder Zymont has found that there kinda is a manipulation for the RNG at the start, which makes one of the first two enemies drop a big gas, which is very important throughout the entire run. What it also does is lock in Liquidator's pattern, but it's tied to being between 90 and 120 frames when you get there. So
Aí no caso ele vai tentar fazer uma
I'm gonna try and do the manipulation.
Ele vai tentar fazer uma manipulação de aí.
I don't know why. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But it doesn't really matter. Like
Ele vai tentar fazer uma manipulação que dos primeiros inimigos doparem gas, que vai ser importante pra run.
Except for when I die. That's like the biggest.
Esse jogo é da Capcom, ele é basicamente um Mega Man Light aí. Ele é meio esquematizado como Mega Man, você escolhe as fases e tudo mais. Você só não tem as fraquezas, você não tem esquema de fraqueza igual Mega Man mais.
The team starts playing during the first line. I think it's Daring Duck of Mystery. On the E, I have to press start basically. Timing won't start until I get to the stage select screen. But yeah, I hope you're all ready. Let's
Então no caso ele vai ter que
I have my Darkwing Duck shirt on. Let's hope everything goes fine. But yeah, here we go.
Ele tem que pressionar o start num momento específico para manipular o RNG do jogo.
Volume's kind of low because I haven't been talking. Because we all know the TurboGrafx 16 version is superior. Now time me out, enemy.
E vamos lá.
Got him.
Now we're off, by the way.
So we are going to Quackerjack.
Vamos lá, texto e I'm Darkwing Duck. Cara, a mecânica desse jogo ele é basicamente um
I don't know what's going on.
platformer shooter como o Mega Man.
Oh no.
Ele fez aí um damage boost. E você pode se pendurar nesses negocinhos aí, geralmente em parte do cenário pra fazer.
We're going to be using some heavy gas for this, and what we're hoping to do is get some double hits on Quackerjack himself. If you played this as a kid, either the NES or the Game Boy version, you probably just remember hanging out.
Aí no caso, esse jogo ele é um pouquinho mais difícil que usualmente os jogos da Capcom são, mas é um jogo relativamente tranquilo. Você pode sentar e terminar numa tarde de boa, cara. Aí no caso ele comentou que ele vai tentar acertar o boss ele vai tentar acertar o boss no... Ele tenta fazer um double hit, ele fez ali uns double hits acertando ele com o primeiro frame do gás e depois o ataque em si. Aí acertava duas vezes e...
So I got 0 gas drops throughout the stage, and my down button didn't work during the fight, so I missed one of the shots. But it's fine, like, it's no big deal. But it could have gone better.
E no caso a manipulação que ele tentou não funcionou, os inimigos não droparam gás, então não foi. E no caso e o pessoal da Retrothon fez a gracinha ali nos comentários ali tá escrito ali no comentarista Blood Candy's Band. Aí ele fez o damage boost ali pra evitar de ficar só. E outra coisa, esse jogo você também tem você pode usar a sua capa pra se defender de certos disparos. Ele simplesmente fez agora ele fez uma movimentação pra despawnar aquele inimigo. Novamente ele aguardou ali pra despawnar o inimigo.
Something else you're going to notice too, especially later on in the run, is Moelleuh is going to as he falls down. Since this is
essa batalha aí fácil aí, essa batalha simples aí uma curiosidade que tipo a lua transforma aquele pato em lobisomem.
If you jump down a hole, you actually gain your fall speed faster, so that's why you'll see Moelleuh doing that.
Novamente ele Ele utilizou a técnica ali de usar o gás e usou ali de novo o gás heavy gas pra fazer double shots. Errou o primeiro, mas foi uma luta rápida.
So yeah, I lost like a second or something with the fight itself. With the turtle thing, that took way too long. That was just bad positioning.
And the turtle respawn kind of sucks to begin with, but...
E no caso, o Ryan aí comentou ele comentou do... Dali que ele tentou fazer, que ele tinha tentado fazer a tartaruga despawnar e teve que ir e voltar algumas vezes pra ela despawnar. Aí no caso, ele vai usar bastante damage boost aí nessa seção do esgoto.
But we're gonna try and hope maybe for a full health pickup beforehand, so we can just go straight to boosting. But if we don't get the health drop, we do.
Agora ele usando damage de boost.
Mo didn't get it, so he'll have to backtrack just a tad bit, waste half a second, maybe a second. But now we're in the Liquidator fight. This fight kind of sucks.
E a minha internet me trollou a ponto de eu não ter conseguido ver a Quick Kill. Tô enfrentando aí o Liquidator.
While Liquidator is in dog form, you have the fish coming from the bottom attacking you as well too. But that fight was phenomenal. So
yeah, that was best pattern. Like, there's a second pattern that he does, which is kinda good. It takes a little longer for
E no caso
but you can one cycle him. But I've had it that
o padrão da o padrão da luta acabou ajudando ele na fight.
Basically 3 cycles completely, and I was just sitting there like, what's happening?
Yeah, so now we're
ali pra se movimentar mais rápido, ele tava alternando entre as plataformas.
NES version. It shows 3 stages, and then once you've
E a movimentação é mais rápida nessas cordas aí, é você ficar pulando.
Now we've unlocked the next 3 stages, and we go into Bush Route, which arguably is the best song.
Agora ele utilizou as damage boost pra... E aí agora a hip frames.
So what Mo is hoping to get going here is that Mo is wanting to have full health.
Quem viu aquelas...
Because we're going to go for a quick kill on Bush Route as well.
Yeah, I'm also pretty low on gas, so another big gas drop would be perfect.
Quem conhece aí a run de Mega Man 2 sabe que cachoeiras matam frame rate.
Don't mind the waterfall there of headache. It's like that in the NES version too. It's the worst.
Agora ele quer um full health refill pra tentar a quick kill do próximo boss.
Alright, so what Mo's gonna try to do here is get 4 hits on the Bush Route with the arrows, and basically hang up to the left and take the damage boost to shoot Bush Route. But unfortunately, Mo ran out of gas, so he just has to use his quote-unquote buster.
Eu queria comentar, mas
a
a minha internet não deixa. Então eu sinto muito se meus comentários não estão saindo e eu tô parecendo meio zangado.
I'm gonna pick up an extra super arrow at the start, but it's gonna slow down things a bit.
So now we go on to Moelleuh. For those that remember Moelleuh from the NES version, Moelleuh had the 3 machines that shot fire and such, and if you could hang out in one section and be completely safe. The fight is actually pretty different in this version. So,
e no caso aí tá comentando aqui, por exemplo, a luta do Moelleuh é que ela é bem diferente da versão de NES. Tá comentando no caso da próxima luta aí. Mesma coisa a luta anterior. A luta anterior ela é diferente da luta de NES.
So what Mo is going to do here is, as he ascends vertically, is he's going to want to hang a little left to get a full health pickup. And then on this side also is a big gas, so...
Yeah, it's not going well. Like, I'm getting, like, this stage has a problem with the hooks sometimes, or platforms that you just literally fall down as soon as you grab them. That's happening. That's just happening. Yeah.
So, sometimes with the hooks, like, even if you grab a hook, sometimes it doesn't activate the... Or if you grab a lever, it doesn't activate the...
Bom, aí ele comentou aí que às vezes essa fase aí tem um pequeno problema de plataformas que caem no momento que você tá nelas, no momento que você sobe nelas, e mesma coisa alguns desses hooks aí, coisas que você se engancha neles.
The grabbing mechanic in the Game Boy version can be really hit or miss at times, and one terrifying thing with the Moelleuh stage is that it's a very vertical stage. And
YOLO.
Nossa, agora aí, esse aí foi...
One terrifying thing with the vertical stages is that if Darkwing Duck falls...
E ele utilizou aí o Heavy Gas
Here's the Moelleuh fight. So both is gonna
Ela veio e foi,
and,
e simplesmente utilizou o double shot aí do Heavy Gas e acabou com ele bem fácil.
Yeah, so the reason I said YOLO is because that is like the hardest jump in the game. I said beforehand I was gonna do it safe, but I was like, just whatever, let's just do it, and it worked out, luckily.
E no caso ele mandou um YOLO naquela ali porque aquele pulo ali, o último pulo da fase anterior era bem difícil, mas felizmente ele conseguiu. Agora ele vai torcer aí pros deuses do RNG para conseguir alguns drops de gas que o dele tá bem baixo.
Had the genie lamps and the flying carpets, and if you played the NES version, you had the flying skaters, squirrels, cats, whatever they were. The Game Boy version doesn't have the squirrels or cats, whatever you want to call. I call it roller skating cats.
No caso, ele comentou aqui, no caso, a versão de Game Boy não tem os esquilos ou gatos, ou sei lá o que chamam. Aí.
Whichever we have to do to get through it. Again, it's very similar to the NES version. If you touch the spikes, obviously you take a damage. You gotta roll the wheels all the way through. If Moe falls down at any point at all in the vertical ascension, just die.
Agora ele vai pegar ali o refil ali porque tava bem baixo de energia. E conseguiu aí um drop de gas no final.
Yeah, the major problem with, I guess, the run in general is.
E conseguiu aí com as flechas aí derrotar o boss facilmente no.
So the Moelleuh fight looks a bit different than the NES version. Instead of having 3 different levels, there's only 2 levels. But basically the kill is about the same. You use arrow gas to fight him as soon as he jumps up to a level, and then you drop down to his level, take the damage, and then just kill him.
Aí agora...
No. Final stage. I'm not sure.
Última fase.
Because I'm still low on gas, really. Well, I might improvise a little bit here and there.
Aí o Ren também decidiu sobre o que fazer, porque ele tá com pouco gas aí.
Good start.
E foi só falar que tá com pouco gás e ele...
Now we're in Steelbeak's fortress, or yacht, or whatever you want to call it. Steelbeak is the final boss.
Ele tá pegando gás aí pra luta final.
Is he the leader of Foul?
Yeah. Yeah.
So here, basically, Moe at this point is wanting a decent.
Basicamente o que ele tá fazendo aí é.
Because the Steelbeak fight is kind of sort of like a 2-phase fight, because you have to break a barrier to basically make Steelbeak go down, and then you have to use your arrows to take out Steelbeak as he's running around with the safe door. This stage is.
Ele quer pegar o máximo de gás aí por causa da batalha, por causa da luta final, que é meio que 2 fases, que primeiro você tem que quebrar o vidro e depois é depois derrotar o chefão.
And then they have the jumping phase. Typically, you're not gonna see the jumpy phase at all, hopefully, and you should only see maybe a couple of T1000 phases. But through here too, health
E também você tem aí os espaços exterminadores nessa etapa final do jogo.
Pattern, so I just waited.
Now into Steelbeak. So what Moe's going to do?
Agora ele vai utilizar aí a Rogas aí no boss e tempo, GG aí.
And then use arrows to take out Steelbeak as he runs around the ground, and that's time in GG.
That was
GG's aí.
Pretty perfect fight for Steelbeak, because he didn't pick up the steel door at all on the left side, which as far as we know is completely random. We have not been able to find a pattern where he just doesn't do it.
Esse aí foi Darkwing Duck de
50 with all the safety precautions I took
Game
to
Boy.
make sure I didn't die is actually a really good time. Sub 15 in this game is really good. Just as an example,
E no caso,
I guess my previous
sub
time
15
was
é
14:45. That was my PB. During practice for this run, because Zyman, the current world record holder, has found some new things, it went down to 14:15 for me with a sub 14 sum of bests, I believe, at this point. So it is still possible for me to save some time. It's still possible for Zyman to actually save some time.
Atualmente
But
o WR, ele é atualmente o WR do jogo.
Out of ideas how to improve anything. So if people are interested actually in just helping us out or just wanting to run this game yourself, we can definitely help you get started. And it's always nice to get like a new perspective on things or something like that. So that would be nice. Or if you're a really good tasser, we could definitely use your help as well, so we can find out more RNG manipulation basically to make sure we always have the best pattern, always have the good RNG and things like that. So yeah, if you're interested in speedrunning Darkwing Duck or any other Game Boy game that you might have seen today or that you just want to do, you can always just jump into our Discord. There's always somebody who can help with any game, really. We don't have like clusters for specific Game Boy games, because we don't like do Zelda and Pokemon and things like that. Those have their own communities for sure. But we try to help out with everything, really. And if you want a link to the Discord, just go to gbrunners.com. There is one on the front page, and that will take you there. I guess shoutouts to RGL.
Ele tá simplesmente fazendo aí ele tá fazendo as considerações finais, ele convidou o pessoal aí que estiver interessado em correr jogos de Game Boy, procurar a comunidade lá. Tem sempre um pessoal lá disposto a ajudar, quem quiser correr jogos aí de Game Boy.
Category where they usually end up with. So yeah, shoutouts to all runners from previous days and upcoming runners. Good luck with the runs for sure. Hope everybody will have fun with the upcoming Disney blog that I just kicked off and with the rest of the marathon. And if you want to hear more of me and EBC talk about Game Boy games, we do have a podcast called This is Game Boy, which you can find on the interwebs. You can just type in thisisgameboy.com.
Ele tá fazendo aí um plugin do podcast dele aí dedicado a jogos de Game Boy, o This is Game Boy.
I had fun at least, but I was super nervous for this run. But yeah, thank you all for having me, and thanks EBC for commentating while I was really concentrating on this game.
I got you while being bullied.
Yeah.
Next year, both on commentate TurboGrafx 16 Darkwing Duck.
I will never. I will never. But yeah, have fun, everybody. See you all next time. Later, man.
E esse aí foi o começo do bloco da Disney. Eu vou me despedindo aqui. Eu volto daqui a pouco. Não sei exatamente que horas, porque depende muito da run. Eu vou finalmente almoçar aí. Tem um tempinho pra almoçar. Eu volto daqui a pouco com... mais tarde com Tico e Teco e Pequena Sereia. Até a próxima. Fui!